Hello everybody, and welcome back to Medieval 2 Total War Stainless Steel mod, the Aragon campaign. So last time we left off, we didn't actually fight any battles, but we did build up our army again to attack Palma here. So, and we're currently besieging them this turn.
Your orders, Noble One.
And we shall hopefully take it next turn. Because it's quite lightly defended, so we shouldn't have as much of a problem. He says, and probably go horribly wrong, but anyway. So yeah, I believe...
Where to, sire?
We've done everything we need
Someone to
yep.
see?
So yeah, we shall end the turn. So yes. Hoping that the end turn phase doesn't take too long in later videos. I might just edit it out, I'm not sure. But yeah, we'll see. It depends if it gets too long. I suppose I could use this time to outline my plans for this part, or at least the next few turns. We'll take Palma. And then my plan is to try and get our forces back to Pamplona in order to besiege that. And then from there, I think there's a good chance that we will be then attacking the Moors, rather than simply waiting it out. I'd rather take the fight to them, to be honest. And then we can dictate a little bit. Especially if we keep an eye on this area down here, we can see if they're raising any troops. So we've got more recruitment. Petra's got a bit of a negative trait there. Balance of power, yeah, still about the same, so not so great there. However, we shall be taking Palma.
God will be with us, men! To battle!
And wow, I find that extremely difficult to believe that that is a balanced force, but anyway, what I'll do is I will just do a little save just in case, and we shall fight the battle. Map.
We attack.
So this settlement is it's only a town, so we only managed to build a ram. So there's no ladders or siege towers this time, just simply a ram. But the good thing about that is we don't actually need to assault the castle gates. We can just simply attack the walls. So what I might do is I might station my troops a little bit differently this time. Try and avoid the towers if I can. I'm not going to show the battle speech this time because it has a habit of repeating itself. So this is what I mean. What I might do is I might besiege... If I take out the wall here, that might work a little bit better. So we'll have the archers drop that. Get one of our not so experienced troops. Take that. You can take the ram. There we are. Get our archers there. Position my peasants here. Maybe distract the enemy with some missile fire. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. So the rebels are no doubt going to realise that we've positioned ourselves a little bit differently. So they should react to that. The reason I've done this is because of these towers here. They rain arrows down on you. There, and obviously there's a tower here. So if I assaulted the gate there, there'd be 3 towers firing at us. Whereas if I assault here, it's probably just this one. Or even if this one starts firing, it's not the end of the world. But hence why I'm putting these peasant infantry here, so that the towers might fire upon that before they fire upon anything else. So, but they haven't even garrisoned this tower yet, which is nice. So we might not even... that might not even be an issue, which would be very handy. Might be able to get right in there. So we'll start moving our troops up. Get our archers into position. Start firing. So yeah, as you can see, the town walls here are not exactly particularly thick, so yeah, the ram will make short work of them. So as we fire those fire arrows into their ranks, we should be taking quite a few losses there. Fire arrows are not quite as accurate, but obviously they have a bit of a fear factor. If you see firing arrows coming down at you, obviously the morale's going to drop, which is kind of what I need here. So they are moving closer here to respond to this, which might mean this tower might come online, which isn't ideal, but again, as I say, we've done this in such a way that we're going to take minimal losses, at least I'm hoping. So the ram is slowly but surely doing its job. I'm not sure if some of those arrows are flipping landing on our own men there, which is not good. So we might just have you take them. So as you can see here, this flag at the top of this tower means it's now been taken over by the enemy. So it will be periodically firing arrows at us. But again, that's better than assaulting this, because all 3 would have probably come online if we'd have done that. So anyway, we still haven't taken any losses so far, so maybe I'm not correct by saying that. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be firing at the moment. I don't know if that's because...
The walls fall!
I don't know.
It is time to charge men through to slay our ungodly foe.
Anyway. Oh, and out they come. Put the ram down, for the love of God. Get ready to fight. Here we go. Peasants. Come down here and get them flanked. Excellent. That's lovely. And they're already routing. That's brilliant. Right, perfect. Okay, so in that case, we want to get the infantry to follow them straight in. We'll take any wins before they can get to
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Right, they don't have a lot of troops. Their remaining 2 units are down here. They're only archers. I'm surprised they haven't brought them up a little closer. Anyway, we're going to take these guys out now. Archers, you need to stop firing, I think. Let's go over here. Let's move our cavalry up.
Praise to our Lord!
And their generals
Our men
died,
have
which is
slain the enemy general. Now his men will
pretty
lose
handy.
heart.
They will have a morale dampener on them. So yeah. There we go. Come on. We need to take a couple of these. No, not that many. You come down here. I've got a plan. We're going to try and flank them a little bit. So I'm going to send most of our forces this way. We need these guys to break if we can. And that That's why I'm trying to take over this bit here. We might be able to send the archers, the cavalry in on the back, but doesn't matter, they've broken anyway, so...
It is unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning the battle and forging a worthy victory.
Just as they run away, try to take as many of them out as we can. The more we kill now, the less we'll have to fight later. Once they've regrouped. The archers are now in range, I believe. These towers might come online for a second, although they might not if they're around. But more importantly, we are about to capture the gateway as our men come through.
Give grace to God! We have captured the enemy's walls!
That's what I was waiting for. So, yeah, and now we can just come straight through these gates very handily. Now this is what I was attempting to do before. I just want to get there. I want to very quickly send our cavalry around the side, as I'm aware that the archers will be firing at us. Indeed they are. So we want to make sure that we get in there. Right, never mind. Let's get in there. Let's charge down. We're going to send the cavalry all the way around the back, as a matter of fact. Don't go that way, do you? Don't go that way. Don't go that way. Good. Our archers I'm just going to leave there now. They've done their part. They've peppered the air with a few arrows, which is what we needed. Ooh, not the camera. Oh, why are the rest of you so slow? Come on! What are you doing? Do I have to automatically, manually move you up? Like, come on. I'm on the verge of a complete and utter victory here. Minimal losses. You've stopped moving! Why? Oh, come on! Stop moving altogether. This guy's going to pieces. Buggy game sometimes. Anyway, nothing we can do about that now. Why don't you get on with it? Oh my goodness. Blimey. I do miss that about Shogun 2 actually. In Shogun 2, it's not...
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
You need to get involved now. It's getting a bit ridiculous. Cavalry is coming, but it's not going to be there for a while. What are you doing? Come on! Oh, maybe I shouldn't have engaged so soon. Like I shouldn't have done. If I'd have known it was going to take this long, I wouldn't have. And for those guys to be so, you know... We're still going to win this, even without the cavalry. We've got the numbers now, but... Right, come on. I'm going to charge. I mean, again, it's maybe not the best idea to charge at the back of spearmen, but if we charge it to the back of them, it's fine. Go for these. There we go. They're facing away. They're completely oblivious to what we're doing, and in they go. Oh! It's just literally killed most of them.
Only half the enemy force remains.
Quickly!
Right. My cavalry is getting a little bit kicked, so you know what? We're gonna back off. No, we're gonna get both of our units back off a bit. Get these guys engaged. These peasants. No. Come on, run! Run away! Run away! Got hit there, so charge back at them. should be able to go in. Yeah, and let's crush them to bits. Look at the numbers going down now. That is what I was after. That is the entire purpose of sending all around back. Now let's just mop up. Charge into the back of these guys to finish.
My lord! Our men have taken control of the city!
There they go. That should be that. Wow, they're not routing yet. I'm very impressed by the morale of these. I suppose they are desert archers. But putting up a valiant fight, been flanked on all sides by cavalry and spearmen. Yeah. Anyway.
Praise the Almighty! Our enemy has lost this.
This
is a clear victory that goes to
Actually,
only
honest,
men
I'm
of
surprised
great
we lost as many
virtue
men as we
and
did
valor.
there. We healed a few of our injuries, but yeah, I was hoping to get less than 100 casualties there, but hey ho, a much simpler battle than the siege we took part in before. I think it's fair to say. Had it not been for that spear militia going out on its own, we might have been under 100 casualties. But anyway, hey ho.
A most honourable victory, my noble lord. God has delivered us this
it's
victory.
happy, so we shall occupy. If you're wondering what that's all about, if a settlement is likely to be hostile to you, sometimes it is worth sacking. I don't usually like to exterminate, because that simply... yeah. Actually, I don't want to... there's no point in retraining all these guys. Let's simply retrain these guys. Did they gain any experience? They did. They deserve that. They really do.
Your Majesty.
They fought very, very bravely there. Which is always appreciated. So we've got a lovely bit of experience there for most of our troops. I don't want to merge them too much more because I want to keep these guys intact. So,
Yes, my lord.
at least intact as much as possible. So, let's see. We can't recruit here. We can't recruit there yet either. They're being retrained here. They can be retrained next time. So yeah, anyway. Veteran warrior for Romero Ramirez. How good a general actually is he now? Oh, he's administratively minded. I didn't actually see that. I usually like to have my military-minded people lead battles. He should be more than a one-star general, though, at this point, you'd think. Like, yeah, maybe I should send my prince into battle. He might be a little bit of more use against Pamplona up here. Which, again... So, I'm actually not going to mess about here, I don't think. No, we will wait one turn, simply because we can retrain these guys. We can leave 2 units of spear militia here. Or should we just leave... No, we'll leave the spear militia because they have free upkeep. That's what this... It's slightly more greyed out, this box. Yeah, basically your settlements, your cities, and I think your castles, actually. Castles, yeah, we have free upkeep for some units. So here, for instance, spear militia are free upkeep. Here they are as well. Barcelona there are. Yeah, so it just keeps the cost down a little bit. Our army upkeep is actually tiny. It's 1,029. That is minuscule. That suggests to me we need a lot bigger army. I mean, yeah, this... Another thing about this is you can see the strength of the army by how coloured in the banners are. So as you can see, if I show you Barcelona, for instance, it's a very light yellow all the way, whereas down here, a bit of it is a darker yellow, and the bit where, basically, if it's fully dark yellow, that is a very strong army, or what I would call a full stack army. This is just about a half stack, if not less. So yeah, and as you can see, all our settlements around do not have very much. Ooh. Yeah, maybe you might be able to tell there, I'm not sure. There's a tiny bit there at the very bottom of the flag, coloured in. But that's how that works. It's just useful for keeping tabs on your army and seeing how powerful your army is. It doesn't matter if it's necessarily filled with units, it depends on the quality of the units.
Yes, my lord.
So, anyway. So we'll wait. Well, no, we'll bring our ships over, but we'll wait until
Full
next turn.
sails.
And we shall retrain. Construct. What do we want to construct? We'll construct some farms here. Yeah. Yeah. So, we set the tax rate to a low tax rate, just because we want it to grow. And our economy is extremely strong at the moment anyway, so I think we don't need to move our spy. Might be handy to have another one though, I don't know, can we? I don't think we have the ability to recruit another. We will once we built the brothel in Barcelona, we can maybe recruit another spy. I will do is my diplomat up here though. Go spoke.
Yes, Lord.
We'll go speak to France, sorry.
What is it you would talk to us about?
Try and see if they want an alliance.
A very reasonable proposal.
Yes, they're interested.
We shall speak again.
I know the English are up here in Normandy.
On my way.
So I'm just gonna, yeah.
Today's journey
we can't talk to them this turn. We can't talk to two people on the same turn, but yeah. So that's handy. Just makes it a little bit more secure. The idea that France won't attack me. Yeah. I don't think they'll follow me into war. If I get attacked, they may follow me into war. If, for instance, the Moors attack... Yeah, maybe, okay, so that might be interesting. But do we want the French to aid us in the war? Because what they might then do is send an army down to attack and take a territory that rightfully belongs to us. And of course we need as many territories as we want. If we're going to war, we want the territory. So, yeah. Having said that, if we get into a dire situation, we do want them to come to our aid. So, it's an interesting one. We shall see how that goes. So yeah, so our kingdom is growing. We started off with 2 settlements. We're now up to 4, including a castle. And like I say, if we take Pamplona, I'm pretty confident at that point that we're strong enough. Our internal borders will be strong enough then that we can go to war with the Moors without worrying about our position back home. So yeah. Anyway, so at the start of a new term, candidate for adoption. He's not the best military-wise, but that's not necessarily the worst thing. We do need governors. However, I'm not going to have him, simply because we've already got a bit of a family line coming here from the king, and yeah, not that I'm against adoption, but like, you know, biological children tend to have better traits. And I think Alfonso here is going to feel neglected enough, potentially when Tristan Ramirez becomes of age. Although he might be annoyed as well, because, yeah, by rights he should be the heir, but I think this guy will stay. And there's Ramirez, with his own son. Anyway, that is another thing. That is another time. If it was, if we were playing Crusader Kings 2, that could be a nightmare to deal with logistically. But Medieval 2, not so much. So the Pope is pleased that we've built a chapel, which means our standing with the Pope should have increased. I mean, he still doesn't like us all that much. Like, he prefers Sicily and a couple of other factions. Doesn't particularly like England or the Holy Roman Empire, though. So anyway, might make him more likely to elect one of our bishops to cardinal, as we just saw then. The Scottish cardinal had died. So we still can't recruit anything here, but we can construct. Pretty happy with our growth at the moment, 3% per turn. So that means about 66, about 188, maybe 189 per turn will increase the population this turn. That was a horribly worded sentence. It'll increase by 189, 188 people this turn. That's how that works. So, pretty happy with that growth rate. We've got a few buildings we need to build. Stonemason's hut might be nice for a little bit of income, but I don't think we need it, honestly. Again, I think perhaps a brothel and a church would be more handy. Yeah, at this point. Valencia. Now we've got the main buildings for each type. So cavalry, infantry, and archers. Yeah, those are the main types. That they're as much upgraded as we can get for a wooden castle. So we're gonna get some. We'll get some roads first, and then possibly some farms, just so we can grow. In fact, no. We'll get some. No, we'll build roads simply because we can. It basically allows. It increases trade and also allows our men to go down the roads and increases the speed a little bit. So yeah. Anyway, we're not going to retrain anything here at Palma.
Your orders,
We're going to
number
simply
one.
take
Orders.
this army out. So Palma's not going to be especially happy, even on a low tax rate.
Yes,
but
my lord.
they're going to have to like her a lumpet. And we're going to send our troops
Bless you, Lord.
to
Back
Valencia.
on dry land. Your orders,
And
number
we're
one.
going to retrain the troops there. We don't quite have
Yes.
enough recruitment slots to retrain that in 2 turns. So you know what? I'm going to send this guy up here on his own. He's a little bit vulnerable.
We march no further today.
But anyway, so basically that means I can now retrain all the militia in one go. I'm not so fussed about javelin, so that is fine. New family members, which is nice. Our military is actually falling to 9%, but our financial's getting a bit better. Production's a bit better, population's getting better. So yeah, anyway, let's have a look at our family tree. I'm sure they were born... Oh no, they were... Yeah, of course. I've already looked at it this turn. Sorry, I'm going mental. Anyway, still can't recruit here, but we will be in 2 turns. And yeah, 1 turn over here. So, everywhere is building. That's good. And yeah, I think we'll end the turn. Oh,
What is it
forgot
you
about
wish
that.
to discuss?
Trade rights, map information. Map information.
This proposal is of
Yeah,
little
no,
interest.
I'm not having that, mate. You can like it or lump it at 400.
This seems quite reasonable until we meet again.
Yeah,
sir.
I've got a bit messed over there because they only have 1 territory. No, 2 territories more than I do, but I've already found 1, so their map information wasn't worth all that much more than ours. Anyway, it is what it is. And they want an emissary to be sent to the Holy Roman Empire, which is somewhere over here.
On my way.
So
Today's journey ends.
So we didn't get the cardinal position, which is a little bit of a shame. The brothel in Barcelona is now complete, so we can build our spy, or recruit our spy, should I say. It's almost ready to grow. So in cities I don't like to build ballistas, makers, or leather tanners. I usually like to build those in castles only. I don't see the point of building them in towns. So I'm going to build this, and then we probably won't build anything else. Yeah. Our financial strength is growing, but our military strength is still decreasing, which is a little bit terrifying. Just wondering, how Catholic is it? It could be better. Yeah, okay. No, bear with me a second, just... Oh no, we're alright, we can do it that way. Sorry, just me thinking about things there. So we need to retrain these this turn, that's fine. Might recruit a few more units here, we'll see.
Orders.
He needs to go back into Zaragoza.
March!
Oh, I've just realised. Oh, I'm an idiot. The reason why he needed to be retrained here is because he gets the extra experience. Oh well, he's not getting the extra experience here. That's a shame.
Your
Right.
orders, noble one.
So,
Your Majesty.
yeah, we'll send him from Barcelona to
Onward.
Zaragoza, and in
We
Zaragoza
continue
we
tomorrow,
will
my lord.
eventually send this army up, and we will take Pamplona in the next part. As for now, though,
Yes.
let's move him back to the dock.
Full sails.
That is it for this part, so thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye for now.